Really, Nickelodeon? Really, Nickelodeon? Really, Nickelodeon? Really, Nickelodeon? What the fuck have you done to SpongeBob SquarePants back in the day with seasons 5 through 9? Guys, I never thought the day would come to rant on SpongeBob SquarePants. And now the time has come. At least SpongeBob SquarePants seasons 5 through 9. Yep, you're just in time for my review / rant on SpongeBob SquarePants seasons 5 through 9. Oh my god. Honest to God, these seasons are by far one of the worst seasons ever from SpongeBob SquarePants. These seasons 5 through 9 are obviously the worst SpongeBob seasons ever, in my book and in my opinion. They are the worst seasons ever. And I'm going to explain why I hate these seasons 5 through 9 so much. First, I want to talk about the characters. SpongeBob used to be like this innocent, happy-go-lucky child. Seasons 1 through 3. He did some things that made us laugh and gave us some very good jokes, and he sometimes acted like a little kid sometimes. And then there were times where he did laugh and he did cry, but not a lot. And yes, SpongeBob was a very likable character. But in seasons 5 through 9, they done fucked up his personality. Now SpongeBob acts more of a child, and he acts even more childish than ever. He laughs a lot, and he annoys the living fucking bloody hell out of Squidward non-stop. He doesn't listen to anyone. He cries a lot like a fucking crybaby. Oh my god. He worships the Krusty Krab like if it's God. Oh my god. And the worst part is, if he stays away from Krabby Patties or the Krusty Krab, he just freaks out. Oh my god. That's awful what they done to SpongeBob like that. Patrick was a little bit dumb in seasons 1 through 3, but he did some things that were really funny as well. And he was like this goofy character. But now, if you look at seasons 5 through 9 Patrick Star, same thing, they done fucked up him big time. He's brain dead, and there are some times where Patrick acts like a monster. He acts like a fucking monster. He is very selfish at times and doesn't give a dog's ass about anyone but himself. And he's a crybaby too. He sometimes cry like a baby too. And he annoys the living fuck out of Squidward too. Oh my god. He's just as bad as SpongeBob SquarePants in this season. Sandy Cheeks. Sandy was cool with seasons 1 through 3 and even in the movie. But in this one, she sometimes acts like a spiteful bitch. There was this one scene in Who Bob What Pants where Sandy bitches about SpongeBob wrecking her robot and she kicks him out of her dome. And then there was this one episode where they took away all of her science committee and she goes into her rage. There are some times that Sandy can act like a spiteful bitch. And Mr. Krabs, he's got to be the worst character. He's very selfish. And he's a self-centered, arrogant son of a bitch. There's this one episode where he laughs at Plankton's misery. All because Plankton is going to commit suicide. In a fucking kid's show, really? Because Plankton was afraid of whales, especially her daughter. Plankton commits suicide. Is that supposed to be a kid's show or something very twisted? That's twisted. I never knew Mr. Krabs could be this cold-hearted. He wasn't that cold-hearted in seasons 1 through 3. He cared about his employees. But in this one, he doesn't care about... But in this, he doesn't show any affection. He doesn't show any sympathy. He doesn't show any regrets. He doesn't show any compassion towards anyone. He's really a self-centered, arrogant son of a bitch. He's very cold-hearted as well, Mr. Krabs. In fact, he's probably one of the worst characters ever. He's that bad. Squidward and Plankton are the only good characters. Plankton, you don't consider Plankton as the villain or the antagonist. I don't see him as an antagonist. I don't see him threatening. I don't see him as a villain either. You know who I see as a main antagonist, a main threat, and a main villain? You know who I see in this seasons 5 through 9 as a villain, a threat, and the antagonist? Mr. Krabs. He's the actual one. It's terrible how they done fucked up the characters like that. It's so awful. Now I want to talk about the episodes. The episodes are awful. Now why do I think about these? Why, you may ask, the episodes are awful to me? Well, simply that way. They got rid of very funny stuff and very good sense of humor and replace it into something so horrible like this. Like, here's this one episode where everyone is so angry about SpongeBob and they call him Idiot Boy, and SpongeBob then walks away, and then SpongeBob sees these people that hate blowing bubbles, and after when SpongeBob defeats these bad guys, they thank him, and then they consider him as a mayor, and then they allow blowing bubbles again, and his friends try to bring him back home, and chaos continued in where SpongeBob was, and SpongeBob was back at the Krusty Krab forever. What kind of special is that? That was a mean-spirited episode. yeah, some of them are even mean spirited. Like another scene where Squidward was enjoying his stuff, but SpongeBob and Patrick had to interrupt, and they yell, "Oh why, oh whoa, hoo hoo, uh, hello motherfuckers," and they were like, "What the fuck are these guys doing here?" And then Squidward got kicked out, and he eventually took all of his clothing. So, and Squidward is now depressed because he was enjoying it, but then SpongeBob and Patrick had to ruin it. And then there was another episode where Squidward had its own television show, and Squidward was just blissfully having his own peace of mind with his television show until everybody has to interrupt, and they come and say, "Hey, I'm on TV," and then Squidward's like, "What the fuck do you think this is? A housewarming party?" And then Larry says, "Housewarming party? Hey, come on!" And then Squidward gets kicked out. And then everyone is having a blast. And Squidward's trying to sleep. That's another mean-spirited episode. Squidward just wants peace and quiet, but he can't get it, can he? All because it's ruined by him and Patrick Star. Yeah, and in Boating Buddies, SpongeBob made this creepy face, and he's like, after when he ruined Squidward's morning, and yeah, Squidward had to confess why he's here, and SpongeBob's like, and then SpongeBob then had his turn, and then he drew a picture of Squidward and SpongeBob best boating buddies forever. And then it comes to a point where it's same shit. SpongeBob tries to do his thing as usual with getting a driver's license, but he unsuccessfully does it. And then Squidward gets beaten up twice for no reason at all, and he tries to do his test, but he couldn't because he got injured so bad. He couldn't even pick up a pencil. And after when Squidward howled at SpongeBob saying that he doesn't need his help, he then pleads with SpongeBob's help. But then it was time up, and Squidward said, "What the hell am I supposed to do if I can't even finish a test?" And Mrs. Puff was like, "You do the same thing. You take it again next week." And Squidward then screams. See what I mean, guys? See how horrible these episodes are? These episodes are... Some of the episodes are either really stupid, bland, or very mean-spirited. They don't even come out as funny anymore. Part 2 will be in session.